Your host, nationally acclaimed speaker and author, Debbie Georgatos. Ladies, Can We Talk starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Ladies Can We Talk. This is Debbie Georgatos, and so glad you've tuned in this evening. We're going to have a great Ladies Can We Talk ahead of us, and I will just quickly tell you that we have Heidi Cruz, who is the wife of Vice Presidential candidate Ted Cruz, on our show this evening, and starting in the next segment, around 6:15. And I had the great pleasure of spending some time with her over this last week. She and her husband were in Dallas for a few days, and getting to know her just a little bit. And I want to tell you a little bit about her right before I bring her on the show at 6:15. But I really was very impressed and want to share with you why. And so in the second hour, we have a gentleman who's running for Texas State Rep named Brian Slayton. He is running in a primary against someone who's an incumbent for House District 2. And Brian Slayton will be here to talk with us about why he's running and what he sees are the big issues facing Texas. But this starting segment, Ladies Can We Talk? This is the first Ladies Can We Talk of the new year of 2016. I do wish all of you a happy new year, a really exciting and adventurous and a new year filled with progress and things that we need in your lives and things you need in your lives. So, but what I want to do in this first segment, which I do every week on Ladies Can We Talk, I try in the first segment to talk about one thing or one issue or theme that relates to speaking up for America. And this is my Speak Up for America segment. And I want to start by telling you that the website for Ladies Can We Talk has been greatly updated. It is the website for this show, and really for all of the activities of Ladies Can We Talk is ladiescanwetalk.org. And at that website, you will see regular updates of videos, talking points on the subjects and issues facing America. You'll see commentary about important issues, important events that happen. It is really a go-to website. I encourage not just women, but everyone to go to Ladies Can We Talk to look for the talking points and the discussion of the important issues facing America. As everyone listening to this show obviously knows, this is an election year. And before the year is out, we will have chosen the next president of the United States in the end of 2016. And given everything that's facing America, things that are happening in America, this election could not be of greater consequence. We have so many challenges facing our country, and so being involved in the election, being a good citizen, a good patriot, a good voter, includes understanding the issues that we are facing. It includes understanding the candidates who are running for president and really responsibly taking charge of running this country. That's what voters do. We ultimately are the ones deciding America's future by the decisions we make at the polling place. So I urge you to go to ladiescanwetalk.org at least daily, or at least weekly, maybe daily. We put new things up all the time. But in this Speak Up for America segment, I want to just run through my kind of theme for the day relates to the theme really for the year for Ladies Can We Talk. And the theme for Ladies Can We Talk in my speeches I do all over the country and my radio shows and my appearances on Fox News Radio, I'm on this idea that it is vital that the American electorate learn again what America is. We, the American people, have to reclaim the identity of America, and we have to, once we understand it better, we have to embrace it and fight for it. Because really, at the core in this election 2016, it's all about what kind of country America is. What is the identity of America? It has been very blurred and lost over the last 7 years, and will be even more so in this election year. So it's really important to think about what are all the reasons America's great and vote to hold on to those reasons. Well, one thing I want to hit on in this Speak Up for America segment has to do with demanding truth. And demanding and listening to our candidates and elected officials as they give speeches, demand from them that they speak truth, that they don't continue to perpetuate things that are not true. And so I'm going to hit 3 of those in this little segment, this opening segment. But the other introductory thing I wanted to mention to you was, and if some of you missed this, I'm going to bring you up to speed on something that I think is just truly astonishing. But Gallup does a poll once a year, and it asks some series of people in America, who you see as the most admired woman in America. Now, there are a lot of people who could be chosen, but I'm telling you this to say Hillary Clinton was chosen as the most admired woman in America she got the most votes. So I guess that means she wins this particular Gallup poll. Now, she only got 13% of the vote, which is not all that stellar, but she's won this most admired woman for 20 years. Not 20 years in a row, but 20 times she has won. So this made me think again about an idea that we talked about last year, and I've decided to implement it starting now. Ladies Can We Talk is going to, on a monthly basis, honor an outstanding American woman. And the reason why I'm so inspired now is what we have shared with you on the show in the past, what we will share with you later in the show again tonight about Hillary Clinton's character, about what she actually has done in her life, what she stands for, the kinds of things she has done, which are simply so anti-American, so antithetical to the kind of character anyone should admire. And the fact that she wins it is really just a reflection of the fact there aren't enough people lauding, honoring, and holding up real women of virtue, real women worthy of being admired. And so on Ladies Can We Talk, we'll do a formal presentation of it next week, but our January 2016 Outstanding American Woman is someone who's been on this show with us before, and she is named Dr. Carol Swain. She is a professor at Vanderbilt. I will tell you more of her story next week, but she is someone who's actually had to fight the battle in life to stand up bravely for what's true and right against politically correct forces at Vanderbilt who tried to shut her down, against a bunch of spoiled liberal college students who don't think she should get to teach and say what she thinks. This is a woman who has been brave in her life in ways Hillary Clinton's never even had to consider. So, Dr. Carol Swain is our Ladies Can We Talk Outstanding American Woman for January. We're going to have one a month. We're going to announce it the first Sunday of every month because I really think all of us should take more time thinking about what is it we do honor. Dr. Carol Swain was one who grew up in conditions of poverty so indescribable you wouldn't believe someone could emerge from that childhood and become an Ivy League educated lawyer, a law professor, a writer. So we'll talk more about her next week, but this Gallup poll that chose Hillary as the most admired woman really caused me to think we need to do something about that and find people who deserve to be admired. Well, in this Speak Up for America segment, I said my subject is truth and demanding truth. I'm going to run through four that I really urge you in this election cycle, all of 2016. If you hear candidates say this, I want to have a little bell go off in your head and realize, wait, that person is lying to me. Okay, the first one is that you'll hear people on the left claim that 97% of the world's climatologists or of scientists agree that disastrous man-made global climate change is real. Okay, we've been over this in the show many times, but now there's a new peer-reviewed study proving that that is a complete lie, using the exact same data, the exact same set of papers that the previous person who put out that lie used. And when an actual peer-reviewed, many people looked at it and studied it, the percentage is not even 1% of actual scientists who agree that man-made global climate change is happening. Disastrous climate change is happening. So every time, and I'll urge you to go to the Ladies Can We Talk Facebook page or go to the ladiescanwetalk.org website. We have data up there. We have actual links to real scientists talking about this. And the reason this matters, and I'll tell you why things matter, because climate change is a bludgeon, a tool used by the left to take control of many, many aspects of American life because people think, well, I'm not a scientist. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't argue. I guess I'll just surrender. And the left is using this man-made global climate change hoax to convince more and more people to surrender their liberty, to agree to massive wealth redistribution internationally, to surrender their liberty. That's what the climate change movement is all about. And we have more on that later, but I'm going to touch on that's the first thing. If you hear that, recognize you're being lied to by a politician. Another one, the American leftist commonly uses the mantra that women only earn 77 cents on the dollar compared to men. as we've discussed on the show many times and posted on ladiescanwetalk.org and on Ladies Can We Talk Facebook page. That is another lie. And the left uses this lie to make women feel like victims and then to cause women who feel like victims to happily surrender to more government control over our free market economy, more policies the left thinks up to try to control businesses. This is a lie the left uses to make women feel like victims. And women out there, and men, but women, we are not victims. We should be insulted to have the left center its entire messaging to women on the premise that you're a bunch of victims. We're not victims. The 77 cents on the dollar is a lie. There are many, many studies that prove this. Economics professors will tell you it's a lie. And so we need to say, when you hear politicians say that, just say, wait a minute, I'm tired of you lying to us, and I don't want to hear any policies you thought up based on that lie. A whole nother one I want to mention, then we got to go to our break here, but there has been a very, very determined effort of the American left to, and especially in the last 7 years, to present America as a truly, deeply racist society where the police are so brutal and harsh and unfair and unfairly picking on African American citizens of America. And again, go to ladiescanwetalk.org. Go to the Ladies Can We Talk Facebook page. There was a big study by the Washington Post of all police interactions with black citizens versus white citizens over the last, I don't remember how many years, 5 years, I think it was. And they had a national review study that interpreted all the data Washington Post came up with. And the bottom line is that the data show that, and this is again a study by the Washington Post, a liberal organization, data show that it is not statistically true. It is a statistical lie that police officers unfairly target black Americans. It's a lie. Now, are there individual police officers who do things that are very wrong and should be prosecuted? Of course. We don't have a perfect society. But this systemic, widespread, this picture the left tries to paint of a systemic, widespread, angry society where blacks are endlessly the victims, this is not true. And it matters what is true. So that is the culmination or the summary of my Ladies Can We Talk Speak Up for America segment today. Facts matter. Truth matters. It matters if you know the truth and then you don't get duped by the politicians trying to trick you. Okay, I'm going to segue quickly then and tell you that coming up after our break, I actually met Heidi Cruz several times this week and was able to record an interview with her last night. Now, there's a little bit, I'll just tell you ahead of time, it's a tiny bit echoey, but it's a great interview. She's wonderful. I'll tell you more about her after the interview. So come back after the break to Ladies Can We Talk with Debbie Georgatos for our interview with Heidi Cruz.